This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good afternoon. I'm Don Brennan. Scott Dennis has the week off. Thank you for joining us. And topping our news at noon, President Obama to be in Dallas today to deliver a highly personal and emotional speech at a memorial service for the police officers killed in Thursday's sniper attack. He'll be joined by Vice President Biden and George W. Bush. From there, he'll meet privately with the families. This will be the 11th time the president has traveled to a community in the wake of a mass shooting. ABC's Adrienne Banker joins us now live from Dallas with the latest.
Militaries and law enforcement from around the world will join with the president and first lady. They will speak right behind us here at the Meyerson Symphony Center. While last night's vigil was with fellow officers, calling their fallen officers friends and heroes. At this vigil Monday night in Dallas, strength.
I challenge anyone who comes here who thinks they're going to tear us apart. Family, we're here.
And sorrow.
They were loved and respected by so many, not just because of what they did, but because of who they were.
The 5 officers murdered by a sniper on a self-professed mission to kill white police has left the nation stunned. ABC News learning the killer, Micah Johnson, used this gun. Johnson's father speaking out in an interview with The Blaze.
I love my son with all my heart. I hate what he did.
Today, President Obama, the vice president, and their wives, along with former President George W. Bush, joined city officials and law enforcement from around the world. The president will honor the sacrifice of the officers and meet privately with their families. At the same time, El Centro College, where the shooting took place, is still a crime scene. Detectives poring over hours of body cam video. Investigators believe the gunman was planning a much larger attack involving explosives.
One of the bomb techs called me at home to describe his concern of how large a stockpile of bomb-making materials he had, that this wasn't some novice.
But over the past couple of days, it's been more about the triumph of good over evil. And the president will leave Dallas and meeting with law enforcement officials, community leaders, and activists tomorrow at the White House in hopes of finding a solution to end the violence. Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, Dallas. Now back to you.
Thank you, Adrienne. And taking a quick look at traffic, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge is now closed due to a tanker truck fire there. Lanes are closed between exit US 119, that's exit 5 in Pinellas County, and US 19. So be aware that both directions are closed. It happened on the southbound side, and now you're looking at pictures of the fire. Again, north and southbound lanes closed between exit 17 and exit 5. The exit ramp at I-275 mile marker 2 and 41 exit ramp are also closed. According to FHP, the tanker truck fire is near the top of the Skyway Bridge, and the truck is said to have about 4,000 gallons of diesel fuel that spilled out onto the bridge and caught fire. And the fire is contained right now, but lanes are still closed. We will let you know when they reopen, and there is no condition on the driver as of right now, though he did suffer some injuries. Now, Sarasota Police and the local chapter of the NAACP will be hosting a public conversation with the community. The town hall meeting will touch on the recent shooting incidents, including the police killings of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. The NAACP hopes the meeting is one step towards building a more positive relationship between the community and law enforcement. Also, they want to make sure that the incidents like the Rodney Mitchell death here, along with those that happened in Louisiana, Minnesota, and Dallas, are not repeated. The meeting takes place tomorrow night at Bethel CME Church in Sarasota from 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening. And a Sarasota boy killed in a boating accident over the weekend has been identified. Cash Fox was killed Saturday morning at Stump Pass Marina in Charlotte County while he was out boating with his father and his brother. According to authorities, the 7-year-old boy was thrown from the 20-foot Sea Hunt boat while his father was putting the boat into gear. The force caused the boy to fall over and land on the propellers. He was taken to Englewood Community Hospital where he was pronounced dead. FWC is calling his death a freak accident. Now, Fox's death is one of several during the last month in the area on the water. On Father's Day, the Kimberly family of Sarasota went missing off the waters near Englewood. The bodies of 45-year-old Ace Kimberly, the dad, and his daughter, 17-year-old Rebecca, were found. The 2 sons are still missing. Also, in June, 22-year-old Dylan Gonzalez was killed in a boating accident in the Englewood area just off Placida. 2 other accidents are still under investigation by the FWC. No arrests have been made in either incident. And residents in Manatee County are not happy with the proposed housing development right in their backyard, as Neal Community wants to build a 32-home development in a wooded area near the Braden River in East Manatee. But those against the development say it will deplete from the natural resources of the wildlife that hunt in that area. Another big concern is the Braden River, which provides drinking water for the city of Bradenton.
When you're putting that many houses close together, there's going to be a lot of runoff, and the only place it's going to have to go is right towards the river. So we're very concerned about maintaining the pristine shape of the river.
A petition is going around to stop the proposal. So far, more than 3,000 have signed that petition. The Keep Woods members are also pushing for Manatee County to buy the 33 acres so they can turn it into a natural preserve. And traffic is a problem we're very familiar with besides the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Right here on the Suncoast, we're always having problems, both in Sarasota County and the city, and they are now taking steps to alleviate the traffic and signaled intersections. ABC 7's Rebecca Vargas joins us with details. Rebecca?
Well, Don, this is the first time a comprehensive study is being efforted to relieve congestion on our Sarasota County and city roadways. More than 170 lights on several area intersections will be part of a study. Data from traffic during both the tourist season and off-season will be used to retime the signals and improve traffic patterns at the lights. If the nearly $2 million study is approved by the city and county commissions, both commissions will hire a consultant to collect data beginning early next year when season starts. And signal changes would be made in the beginning of 2018. Drivers say with the continued development, this study has been a long time coming, while others believe just retiming won't fix our traffic problem.
And with the new building, with the amount of people that I think that are moving here from out of state as well, I think that the roads are just going to keep on getting busier.
The lights will not resolve any problems we're going to have with traffic in the next 5 to 10 years because of the influx of people coming to Sarasota.
Now, the County Commission is considering this project today in a meeting, and the City Commission will consider it next Monday. Don and John, back to you both.
Thank you, Rebecca. Now, well, there's been a lot of chaos and the bridge, Sunshine Skyway Bridge closed, but hopefully you bring better news with the weather, John.
Oh, well, I think there might be a little bit of rain heading that way eventually. I think today we have showers and thunderstorms that are in a very unstable atmosphere right now, and I think we're going to probably see some of those storms work their way closer to the coastline. As we told you earlier this morning on the Sunrise Show, first a chance of rain near the coast, small one, followed by much better chances inland, and then later this evening, chances near the coast again. Watch the Casey Key webcam put into motion. A beautiful start to the day, pristine blue skies. Now, showers and thunderstorms beginning to build out there in Gulf water. Skies getting darker as the storms begin to approach. It's warm, my goodness, across the state of Florida. You've got 100-degree feels like temperature in Tampa and Sarasota, warmest in the state, once again coming in at 104. Now, the radar picture is interesting. Watch the radar echoes. Can you make out something that's very interesting? Well, I'm going to tell you about it in about 7 minutes.
Wow, the tease.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, John. Now, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and Manatee County Animal Services are all working together on a major drug bust. The investigation started last October and centered around this man, Robert Tito Reyes. Now, authorities searched several Manatee County locations they found and seized a variety of drugs like heroin and cocaine. In all, the bust totaled more than $711,000, and also seized $439,000 in cash and 22 vehicles. 33 firearms were involved and 42 dogs, many of which the sheriff's office says appeared to be malnourished. Reyes has been arrested on multiple drug-related charges, as has his wife, Elizabeth. His sister was also arrested and charged with obtaining a controlled substance by fraud. The investigation is ongoing, and more charges and arrests are possible. And fire at the Adams Family Pawn Shop in Bradenton last week caused about $1 million worth of damage to the shop's inventory. An investigation by the Bradenton Fire Department and the state fire marshal's office shows the fire was caused by an electrical problem. Officials say it could have been due to a faulty piece of equipment. The fire broke out early Wednesday morning in the back of the building. The GoFundMe account that has been set up for the recovery of a rabbit that was set on fire and is set a goal of $10,000. The Wildlife Center of Venice has set up the account for Thumper. Last month, the rabbit allegedly bit 22-year-old Manasseh Walker in Northport, and Walker then chased the rabbit, allegedly after lighting it on fire. The rabbit is still recovering from those burns. So far, Thumper's GoFundMe account has raised over $1,300. And the former Patty George's restaurant was not only sold, but it's about to be completely vanquished. That's according to Richard Gonsmart, the president of the Columbia Restaurant Group. He says Patty George's will have to be raised and rebuilt. The company plans to build a restaurant with both indoor and outdoor seating that will serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Columbia Restaurant Group purchased that property for about $2 million. Now let's head over to the kitchen where our guest, the owner of Blue Mangrove Grill, Faz Farahi, is here. It's in Palmetto. And well, Faz, how is it going today?
Very well. Good afternoon to you. Today I'm going to be preparing a octopus mango salad for you. Very refreshing for this time of year, and you're really going to enjoy it.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits in the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, already steamy out there. You know, Florida at this time of year, you get the sea breezes coming in, you get the moisture in place with a dew point of 76. The moisture is thick. And that leads to an atmosphere that's kind of fluffy and ready to produce showers and thunderstorms. Believe it or not, warm, moist air is less dense than dry air. And consequently, because it's less dense, it's like a ship. It wants to float on the water. It wants to lift and create bubbles of air. And that's what we got going on now. Bubbles of air leading to showers and thunderstorms, especially as sea breeze fronts start get going. 92 degrees current air temperature. Southwest wind comes in at about 8. That southwest wind is one of the keys to the radar picture I mentioned earlier. 90 degrees in Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers at 91, 92 Gainesville, Daytona. Further to the south around Miami area, 92 there as well. 90 in Miami, actually. 87 in Naples. And across our region, generally hovering around the 90-degree mark is pretty reasonable value for most everywhere. A couple of lower values where there have been some earlier showers and thunderstorms. Now here's the radar loop. Can you tell what's going on? We generally had an east wind to start the day off. In fact, one big thunderstorm last night produced even a tornado. Then the showers and thunderstorms moved out into Gulf waters. Now watch, they're kind of hooking back around just a little bit. And the reason for that is our sea breeze has started to build. So our east wind is now becoming more of a southwesterly wind over the course of the last couple hours. And a couple of those showers are going to make it onshore. In fact, we have one already onshore. Some of these are producing some pretty good thunderstorm cells with some good updrafts and some fairly heavy rainfall as well as lightning pops. Around the Inglewood area and South Venice, we have one good storm in progress. Rainfall is coming down pretty heavily here. I think this is the beginning of those coastal shower chances that I talked about. In about an hour or two, I think most of this is going to be occurring in inland areas, and there the rains could be pretty heavy. So what's going on? Well, a change up from where we were over the last couple of days. High pressure has lifted north. It's moved east. Our winds coming up out of the east and southeast. And with a little daytime heating, we get our sea breeze, our local sea breeze building. The sea breeze collides with a general easterly wind. We get this collision zone set up, and boom, the showers and thunderstorms fire up. Now, today, because of the position of this high and also because of a position of an upper level high down to the south of Bermuda, we're going to see these southeast winds carry our thunderstorms back toward the coast as the sea breeze collapses later in the day. So everybody gets better storm coverage today. Few of the storms could be stronger. We'll watch for that. You know, we had a tornado yesterday near Duet that was, according to spotters, touched down. You know, we have more tornadoes here in Florida than they do in Tornado Alley. Yep, true, even though most of ours are very small. High heat indexes again today up around 105. So the rainfall futurecast shows that we do have a lot of rain coming down over the next couple of days. Most of it is in interior sections, but we finally get some that are coming closer to the coastline. So everybody gets a chance at a little bit of that rainfall. Look for a southwest wind at about 10 knots becoming northwest this evening. Some of the seas could be much higher in the vicinity of thunderstorms. Obviously, mariners, you know that. 40% chance of storminess today, building mostly inland, then drifting back toward the coast, but first a chance near the coast of a few scattered showers. And that's going to hold true for the next several days, Don.
Thank you, John. In health news, Drug-Free Manatee is looking to find safer ways for people to dispose of unwanted and unused medication. The organization is one of 4 coalitions in Florida participating in a nationwide program called DETERRA. As part of the program, the county has received 12,000 drug deactivation pouches that are used to dispose of drugs. They have found that putting the carbon-based material in the trash or flushing them has led to a negative impact on the environment. One pouch can absorb 90 pills, 12 ounces of liquid, and 12 patches. Anyone interested in receiving one can contact Drug-Free Manatee. Speaking of medications, we take medications to help prevent health problems, but a new study shows taking multiple prescription medications can cause a greater risk of heart failure. According to the American Heart Association, patients that take at least 4 medications a day have a nearly 40% risk of drug interaction that can lead to hospitalization or death. That risk grows to nearly 50% for patients who take more than 7 medications. The average heart failure patient takes an average of 7 prescription medications a day. Heart failure is the leading cause of hospitalization for people over the age of 60. Now up next, a Sarasota High School graduate is receiving All-Star status. He'll play tonight and will explain, and it's Christmas in July for Amazon customers, how the company is hoping to help you save big today in a major shopping event.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you. Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. We all expect to feel more aches and pains over the years, but when it comes to age-related back pain, how do you know what's normal and what isn't?
Tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you what may be causing your pain and how to prevent it. John?
Showers and thunderstorms building in inland areas drift to the coast. We'll talk about that.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
And my concern is that officers are going to see that there is maybe a financial advantage for working for another surrounding agency.
The Venice Police Department is losing officers. Budget shortfalls and low wages are causing many on the force to leave. But could a boost in funds from the city help retain officers? I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story, plus our roundtable discussion.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Florida Studio Theater presents the 8th Annual Sarasota Improv Festival, July 14th through 16th. 3 days of non-stop comedy with 18 groups from New York City, Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Columbia, Canada, Orlando, and more. The laughter will be unlimited. Don't miss what Daly City says is non-stop lunacy. Featured acts will include premier improv group Impro Theater. Improv Festival passes and tickets are on sale now. 941-366-9000 or visit FloridaStudioTheater.org.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $18,599. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Another blow to golf's return to the Olympics. Jordan Spieth is the latest golfer to withdraw his name from the Rio Olympics over fears of the Zika virus. Now, Spieth joins Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy in deciding to skip the event. It's the first time the Olympics were holding golf since 1904. And now the top 4 golf players in the world will be absent from the 60-player field. The president of the International Golf Federation is venting his frustrations over the withdrawals.
Collectively, though, there's no doubt that the number of withdrawals hasn't shown golf in the best light, and we have to accept that. Personally, I think there's been something of an overreaction to the Zika situation, but that's for individuals to determine.
The 2016 Summer Olympics is from August 5th to the 21st. And Ian Desmond was a Silver Slugger award-winning shortstop with the Washington Nationals, but in free agency, he was forced to play left field for the Rangers, so he's playing a different position, different team, different league, because he moved to the American League, and then he was moved to center field. He hit .322 with 15 homers, 55 RBIs, made the best of a bad situation, and he is now on the American League All-Star team. Sarasota High School grad will play tonight in the game, which is in San Diego, and coverage starts at 8 o'clock. Meanwhile, last night, in a precursor to the All-Star game, Giancarlo Stanton, well, he's so fun to watch, even St. Louis Cardinals fans like to watch him. He won the Home Run Derby in San Diego last night as he beat defending champion Todd Frazier of the White Sox in the final. The Marlins outfielder slammed a record 61 home runs during his 3 rounds. He had 20 of the 21 longest shots, his longest 497 feet. He is a man-child. Now, let's get back to the kitchen, where John is joining us now with the owner of Blue Mangrove Grill, Faz Farahi. Guys?
Thanks very much, Donnie. Faz, for welcome. It's good to have you here.
Nice to be here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking at some of the stuff you've brought here today, and just what magnificent food you prepare. And the presentation is just exceptional.
Thank you. After listening to your weather forecast, as
yes.
always,
noticing
that it's hot,
yes.
hot. So I decided to make you a nice, cool octopus mango salad.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something's a little fishy with my forecast, but I'm glad that's not the case.
Forecast is very well.
So you're doing an octopus here, is that right?
Yes.
Well, tell us about the octopus.
What we did was we cooked the octopus a little bit earlier today because octopus has to be cooked in simmered water. If the water is actually boiling,
yes,
it could actually really make the octopus tough and chewy.
Oh, we've all seen that. Yes. We don't want that.
And the process of it takes about 2 hours. So we have some cooked octopus there, and I did went ahead and chopped some for you to make this particular salad, which is very simple, and you can do it at home in short time.
Great.
Not hard at all.
Let's do it. I'm going to trade places with you so you have a better shot here. So now, instead of go ahead. So instead of boiling, you're actually kind of poaching, gently poaching.
Correct. The water has to be at 200 degrees because when it hits 212, it's actually boiling. At 200, just has the little light bubbles that will cook
Giving it a warm bath.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
So what we have is some sliced cucumbers that I will be putting in a bowl for you, and then we also have some sliced mango.
Mango.
Yes.
Nice.
And then this is our
Mango's great
octopus
right now,
that I sliced a little bit earlier. It goes right on top.
Where does the best octopus come from? Those look gorgeous.
Best octopus is usually from Spain or Portugal.
Oh, okay.
You can find really good octopus from there.
Mediterranean waters? Is
Yes.
that what you're looking for? Okay.
And this is a Japanese wheat vinegar. The difference between this and regular cider vinegar or white vinegar, this is not as pungent. It's a little bit sweeter, a little easier to enjoy.
Kind of like a mirin sort
Yes,
of?
yes. And so we put a little bit of that on top, and we can just mix this very easily. I like to use chopsticks, pretend like I know how to use them.
There you go. Fake it till you make it.
We have some shaved cucumber.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that.
That we put right on top.
Who did that? That's brilliant.
And then some shaved carrots. And there you have it. This is your octopus mango salad.
Really? Let me get
very
a shot of
refreshing.
these. Oh, this looks great. Now, for warm weather, this is fantastic. I tell you, I looked at some of your menu items, and they're pretty fantastic, too.
Thank you.
That's really nice.
Good, good. Enjoy.
And, you know, people think about fresh seafood and sushi and everything. And it's not fishy at all. It's very light and refreshing and crisp.
Oh, absolutely. And sushi has become very popular. And what I did was I brought some samples of different dishes for you here.
This is fantastic
We have
stuff.
a grouper sashimi. Sashimi is a form of sushi that does not have any rice. It's raw fish by itself. As you can see, the grouper is filleted and served just like this at the restaurant with prior notice for it. And then we also have red snapper, again, done the same way.
Look how the
Sashimi
presentation is beautiful. And then, of course, the standard sushi, which a lot of people are familiar with, and that's served with the flavored rice.
Yes, yes, of course.
Sticky
And these are
flavored
some
rice.
of the rolls that we have. And one of the most popular rolls that we have sitting there is the mangrove tuna.
It looks so good.
Yeah, and that's our Mexican roll, which we do a little different than most restaurants. So it's really good, very refreshing for this time of the year.
And we should say that you serve not only these fish dishes, but you also have a wide variety of other more traditional dishes as well. And I tell you, I was looking at your menu. That portobello tempura French fry, I think I'm looking at that. That looks pretty darn good to me.
Very good.
Blue Mangrove Restaurant, right over 41 in Bradenton, just past the hospital. And the recipe on our website, mysuncoast.com. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank
Boss.
you.
Really appreciate it. We'll be right back.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Some of our favorite Suncoast performers are taking the stage at a new musical review. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, West Coast Black Theater's Nate Jacobs co-hosts and previews their celebration of the Queen of Gospel, Mahalia Jackson. A new game has hit late-night talk shows. It's all over YouTube, and now we're going to give it a try. Warning, we may look ridiculous. Plus, money matters and Food Lovers Catering in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Florida Studio Theater presents the 8th Annual Sarasota Improv Festival, July 14th through 16th. 3 days of non-stop comedy with 18 groups from New York City, Atlanta, Austin, Boston, Chicago, Columbia, Canada, Orlando, and more. The laughter will be unlimited. Don't miss what Daly City says is non-stop lunacy. Featured acts will include premier improv group Impro Theater. Improv Festival passes and tickets are on sale now. 941-366-9000 or visit FloridaStudioTheater.org.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month, complimentary maintenance included, at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Don Brennan in for Scott Dennis. Scott has the day off, and we're continuing to follow a tanker truck fire that took place earlier on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. The north and southbound lanes are still closed from the fire. Now you're looking at pictures from earlier. Northbound traffic is being diverted at exit 1 off of I-275. According to FHP, the tanker truck had a tire blowout and caught on fire near the top of the Skyway Bridge. The truck is said to have about 4,000 gallons of diesel fuel that spilled out onto the bridge and caught fire. Now you're looking live at the Skyway Bridge right now. You can see the traffic is backed up, and you know what traffic there is because obviously both lanes are closed. The fire is contained, but again, the lanes are closed in both directions. The exit ramp at I-275, mile marker 2, and 41 exit ramp are also closed. That's northbound traffic being diverted at exit 1 of I-275. There's no word yet on the condition of the driver, although reportedly he does have some injuries. We don't have an idea when the bridge will reopen at this point either, but we will let you know as soon as we know. Now, officials in Italy are investigating what caused a train to collide, killing 20 people today. The trains, each with 4 cars, collided near town with just a single track this afternoon. A photo of the crash shows cars crumpled together and forced off the tracks at sharp angles. Rescue workers are spending much of the day tending to survivors, and among them a 7-year-old boy. The child was airlifted to the hospital. And we're learning new details about the man behind a fatal shooting in a Michigan courthouse yesterday. State police records show Larry Darnell Gordon was a jail inmate charged in April with criminal sexual conduct. Now, he was also charged with assault with a dangerous weapon and kidnapping. Yesterday, Gordon overpowered a sheriff's deputy at the courthouse, took his gun, and killed 2 bailiffs. 2 other people were injured, including the deputy, and both are in stable condition. Gordon was killed by officers, and the sheriff says his hands were cuffed in front when he disarmed that deputy. Attorney General Loretta Lynch is on the hot seat today on Capitol Hill. During a House hearing, she'll be facing questions about her department's decision not to bring charges against Hillary Clinton over her use of private emails while she was Secretary of State. Also, Lynch will be asked about policing and race in light of the recent police-related shootings, as well as other issues facing the Justice Department, which include the recent terror attacks in Orlando and San Bernardino. Speaking of Orlando, demonstrators are marking the one-month anniversary of the shooting of the massacre at the gay nightclub by calling for action on gun control. Yesterday, protesters sit in the lobby of the building where Senator Marco Rubio has his Orlando office to remember those 49 victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting. The sit-in lasted for 49 hours, each hour representing the number of victims killed by gunman Omar Mateen on June 12th. Now, the protesters say they were targeting Rubio because of the support that he has gotten from the NRA and his opposition to same-sex marriage.
If we band together and unite as one, we can make a change. It's not just one person that can make a change, it's everyone.
They have a responsibility to the community and to answer some questions that they're definitely not answering.
Rubio was not in his office yesterday. Police arrested 10 of those protesters last night on misdemeanor trespass charges when the building closed to the public. On the campaign trail, Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is joining Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire as Democrats seek unity. Sanders is finally endorsing Clinton almost a month after the last votes in the Democratic Party's primary were cast. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is auditioning running mates on the trail. Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton are finally teaming up. The two former rivals hoping to unite the Democratic Party. After weeks of back-and-forth negotiations between the Sanders and Clinton campaigns, Sanders now announcing his endorsement of Clinton in the battleground state of New Hampshire.
And I intend to do everything I can to make certain she will be the next president of the United States.
The Sanders endorsement is a critical step in trying to shift Bernie supporters over to the Clinton side in order to try and defeat Donald Trump in the general election. This morning, Trump tweeting, "Bernie Sanders lost most of his leverage, has totally sold out to crooked Hillary. He will endorse her today. Fans angry." But Trump's past comments coming back to haunt him.
There's one other really good reason, men, that you might want to drag out the vacuum cleaner. Psychologists have found that the payoff for doing more chores seems to be more sex.
The Wall Street Journal posting audio clips from Trump's syndicated radio commentary segment called Trumped, which ran from 2004 through 2008. In one commentary from 2008, Trump showered praise on a certain politician, Hillary Clinton.
Well, I know her, and she'd make a good president or a good vice president.
But that was before Trump was running for president and before the investigation into Clinton's private email server. We are still waiting for the GOP convention speaker list. Some of the big names that may be on it: Kevin McCarthy, Ted Cruz, Scott Walker, Joni Ernst, and Paul Ryan. Speaking of the RNC, be sure to tune in next week with us for the special live coverage of the National Convention in Cleveland. ABC7's Ray Collins and Alan Cohen will be attending and joining us live with minute-to-minute coverage of the RNC, and it takes place starting next Monday, which is July 18th, and goes through Thursday, the 21st. And stay with us the following week as well, because ABC7 will be live at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia. Haley Wilgus, Adam Cellini, and Alan Cohen will be attending that one as well. And we'll have your live coverage starting on July 25th, which is 2 weeks from yesterday. And switching gears, while weather is ripping through the Midwest, 7 tornadoes touched down in northern parts of Minnesota overnight, bringing torrential rain and powerful winds. The funnels uprooted homes, leaving many to twisted piles of wood and scraps. At least 50 residents had to evacuate, including a nursing home. But fortunately, no deaths and injuries have been reported. John, it just seems like every day there's somewhere some natural disaster taking place somewhere in this country, and it seems worse than ever.
It's a season, and probably tomorrow that same state will be under the gun for more tornadic activity. Probably. We had a tornado here yesterday.
We had some yesterday, right?
Yeah, we had reports. A spotter reported that the funnel cloud that grew near Wamama actually touched down near Duet. So. Didn't do any damage, luckily, but we have these a lot, actually, in the state of Florida, these small little F-0 tornadoes. They kind of are rain-wrapped around thunderstorms that we get in the afternoon. Hopefully we won't have anything like that today, but certainly some possibilities of small pea-sized hail are possible with some of the storms that develop. Look at that beautiful shot. Lakewood Ranch webcam shows a beautiful rising sun in a pristine blue environment, followed by the building of a few fair weather clouds. Right now, they're fair weather. I think later on this afternoon, you'll see those clouds develop into showers and thunderstorms. Check out the wind forecast. Out of the east, then shifting a little to the south, bringing up thunderstorms, and then back to the east this evening. I think some of those easterly winds will push the showers that build in inland areas and drive them right back to us. We've got some showers in progress now around Venice, Inglewood, and then down to the south in Lee County. Coming up from the south, Rotunda, you're about to get some showery activity in the course of the next half hour or so. Gasparilla, you too. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few, Don.
Thank you, John. And judges are considering whether the state of Florida should be forced to provide kosher meals in its prison system. A panel of federal appeals judges are hearing oral arguments today in Miami. Previously, a judge ruled that Florida must provide kosher food to Jewish inmates and others who request them for religious reasons. The state, however, appealed, saying the initiative would become too costly to provide about 9,000 inmates with kosher meals and that it should be able to drop the program based on cost. Most other states and the federal prison system already have kosher diet programs. In South Florida, officials in Miami intend to crack down on riffraff on South Beach. That starts with alcohol sales. The mayor is proposing an ordinance that would limit liquor sales after 2 a.m. and that would happen along most of the oceanfront strip there in South Beach. The mayor says the bars are compromising the security and image of South Beach's famed Ocean Drive, calling it lawless disruption. He says it's gotten to the point where many residents tend to avoid the area altogether. Last year, Miami Beach banned alcohol sales between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. at sidewalk cafes. The ordinance would not apply to bars and lounges inside hotels. The commissioner will consider the proposal at a meeting tomorrow. Small SUVs, they don't do so good in new headlight tests performed by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. None of the 21 SUVs tested earned its highest ranking, and as a matter of fact, more than half of those tested received the lowest ranking, including the Subaru Forester and the Audi Q3. The Ford Escape, Honda CR-V, Hyundai Tucson, and Mazda CX-3 performed the best out of the little SUVs. Beginning next year, the Insurance Institute will not be giving its coveted highest safety award to vehicles with poor headlights. Amazon is promising bigger and better deals for its Amazon Prime Day. Today, Amazon and its competitors are fighting for every dollar, and the real winner is you. ABC 7's Adam Cellini has the story.
On Prime Day, it's the most wonderful time of the year, 5 months ahead of schedule. Amazon rolling out what many analysts expect will be its biggest day of sales ever, Prime Day.
And the deals are everywhere.
24 hours of discounts on more than 100,000 products. New deals every 5 minutes, available only to Prime subscribers, those who pay $99 a year for a membership.
The deals can be found high and low.
It's a discount day so successful in its inaugural run last year, the global shopping extravaganza blew past even Black Friday sales records. With customers ordering 34.4 million items worldwide, that's 398 products sold every second. And now this year, Amazon's competition is creeping in. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and Macy's among the major retailers introducing Black Friday and July deals. Toys R Us offering 15% off regular priced items and a sale on more than 50,000 toys and baby products. The Limited, Gap, and J.Crew offering discounts of 40, even 50, and 60% off already reduced items. Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Adam. You may remember last year, Prime Day fail became a trending topic amid complaints that the products offered were unimpressive and the best items were quickly sold out. But Amazon, they promised to do better this year. Coming up, John is back with another look at our weather, and it's a man-made oasis not far from downtown Sarasota and Siesta Key. A look at this week's A Place We Call Home when we come back.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
They care. They take the time
to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Beautiful picture of the day sent in by one of our viewers of the thunderstorm that issued the tornado warning yesterday. This one does not show the actual funnel cloud, and they mentioned that where they lived in Manatee County, they only saw just a little bit of hail and such. But big thunderstorm, nice shelf cloud, and of course the rain shield underneath of it. Hopefully we won't see anything like that today, but we will see some thunderstorm activity. 92 degrees the current air temperature with a dew point. Hot and sticky, it's 76 degrees. Southwest wind now pushing showers back toward the coastline. Some places already seeing a little showers. Can you find out where? By looking at the temperature structure. Right there. Inglewood, 88 degrees, a little bit cooler there. Punta Gorda coming in at 90, 91 in Arcadia, 90 in Wauchula, Myakka at 91, Parrish, Bradenton, both in the 90s. Most everywhere has seen temperatures that have hit the 90s, except Longboat Key. So we have some showers down to our south that have lifted up and have kind of pushed back toward the coastline with our shift in winds in the beginning of our sea breeze. Right now, showers beginning to move into areas of Rotunda, coming up from Lee County, and also around the Inglewood area and Venice area, seeing a few showers as well. Some of them producing some moderate rainfall. Heading up slowly toward 41, the bend in South Venice. Watch out if you're traveling in that direction. Also in Manatee County, up in Bradenton, they're seeing a little bit of light rainfall. Nothing really heavy here from Palmasola back through Bradenton, down through Elwood Park, and then on up in toward Palmetto. Some light rain falling there. High pressure, the dominant weather feature, bringing us this southeasterly wind flow today. A big change up from where we were last week when most of the showers drifted toward the other coast. Now the collision of these two winds, our local sea breeze and this southeast wind, producing showers and thunderstorms that bring everybody a little bit better coverage, because as that sea breeze collapses, the showers go back toward the coast. So better storm coverage. And that's good. We're going to need a little extra rainfall, especially along the coast where haven't seen as much as we might like. Now inland, plentiful amounts of rain, and our drought indexes are fine in inland areas. But along the coast, we could use a shot or two of rainfall. A few stronger storms might be around today, and high heat indexes. Watch the RPM computer model. We'll put it into motion. Watch the showers building in inland areas today. That's pretty accurate, I think, in this high-resolution model. And then drifting back toward the coast as that sea breeze collapses. Exactly what we were talking about on our surface map. And then tomorrow, we're just going to do it all over again. We'll have showers building in inland areas and a general southeasterly wind flow pushing them back toward the coastline. So good coverage over the next several days. Dry air aloft in the Caribbean. Boy, if you've planned a trip to the Caribbean the next couple of days, you hit it right. Also, Saharan dust coming off Africa, just putting the kibosh on any kinds of tropical development over the next 5 days. So we're good there. In fact, lots of sunshine throughout the Caribbean, near Atlantic, and Gulf waters. All looks pretty good for us. Forecast looks like this. Southwest wind developing to a northwest wind, dodging thunderstorms in Gulf waters for the next few hours. Otherwise, a 40% chance of showers should just about do it for the next several days, and daytime highs in the low 90s. Don?
Thank you, John. Now, a man returning to civilian life after serving our country in the armed forces was the first person to build a home in the community of San Remo in Sarasota. ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us there now in our series, A Place We Call Home.
There are 67 homes in San Remo Estates, 53 directly on the water. Scott Schechter, president of the Homeowners Association, says there are many reasons this is a great place to call home.
One of them is location. It's equidistant from downtown Sarasota and Siesta Key Beach. It's on the mainland, so you don't have to deal with traffic with the bridge. You're 2 minutes from any place. And then the main feature, though, is the water.
San Remo is man-made, created by dredging. It's surrounded by water on 3 sides, water up to 16 feet deep. It was first planned in the 20s, then the economy tanked and it went on hold for 30 years.
The basin was developed in the early 1950s, and it's protected sailboat water, which is a really unique feature in Sarasota.
Several small islands were created nearby,
where they took the dredge dirt and built the little rookeries for the birds that are out there. So every night we've got hundreds of parrots going back to the rookeries, and then in the morning we've got all the birds going out to feed.
Many older homes are being replaced by new construction, but updated restrictions make sure the new homes fit in.
The main thing that they did was required that we have a 60-foot setback from the water, as opposed to the city, which only requires 30 feet. And we also require very low fencing, 3-foot high fencing that's made of a see-through material.
ABC 7's own weathercaster, Wendy Ross, grew up on San Remo.
We came here in 1970 to Sarasota, and my dad is a boater, and he wanted a place for his boat. So this property came on the market, and it was in 1971 when they bought this property for $25,000.
Homes there now sell for around $4 million. For Wendy, it was a great place to grow up.
It was really riding bike distance to Siesta Key, to Riverview High School, to shopping, to all the things I loved to do. And I had friends who lived here, so we had a wonderful time.
That's her dad's boat she's on. He named it the Weather Girl in Wendy's honor. Residents say this is a very close-knit community.
It's so friendly. Everyone says hello to each other in the morning. We have our neighborhood gatherings where we all cook, bring something, and it's at a different home, so you get to kind of see everybody's home.
San Remo, a little piece of paradise and a great place to call home. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. Now, Wednesday is known to be the slowest day on the sports calendar throughout the year, but when we come back, we'll talk about a huge tribute that's coming up on Wednesday night.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC 7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC 7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
At ABC 7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast. Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood. Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront,
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Are you or a loved one currently suffering from chronic knee pain, arthritis, or osteoarthritis of the knee? Has physical therapy, surgery, steroid injections, ibuprofen, and other NSAIDs failed to provide relief? Then you may be a candidate for our Advanced Arthritis Relief Protocol.
The AARP program utilizes the latest fluoroscopic guidance technology to deliver a new joint fluid supplement that cushions the knee and reduces pain. Specialized knee bracing is then applied to unload the knee and increase joint space. Finally, advanced rehabilitative therapies are performed to strengthen the muscles and ligaments of the knee. When combined, these treatments have helped many patients reduce or even eliminate their joint pain and return to normal active lifestyles. The best part is the AARP program is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Tired of living with knee pain? Then call the number on your screen right now
To see if you qualify for our Advanced Arthritis Relief Protocol.
Since 1928, Kerastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Welcome back. Good news is Joe Perry will be back in concert soon. That's according to Aerosmith's Tom Hamilton, who tweeted the update yesterday. Perry, the guitarist, collapsed during a performance in New York Sunday night with the band The Hollywood Vampires. According to Vampires member Alice Cooper, Perry is doing well and in stable condition, but he suffered a heart attack. That's reportedly. Now, Layla Ali is returning as the host of ESPN's second annual Sports Humanitarian of the Year Awards. The pro boxer plans to honor her father, Muhammad Ali, in a tribute she says she's been eagerly awaiting. The award show is tonight. Highlights of the evening will be showcased during a 30-minute program on ESPN on July 15th. The ESPYs will be held on Wednesday night. And Chris Harrison of ABC's The Bachelor will be back to host this year's Miss America pageant. This will be his 8th year fronting the tiara and ball gown extravaganza. He'll be joined by Sage Steele from ESPN's NBA Countdown. Miss America airs Sunday, September 11th from Atlantic City, right here on ABC7. Sage Steele used to be a sportscaster right out of Tampa. And finally, it was a whopper of a catch for a 9-year-old girl in Maryland. Emma Zadell has set a new state fishing record after catching a 94.6-pound cobia. Emma says she had to struggle for about 20 minutes to reel it in. The fish was about 5.5 feet long, and that's more than a foot taller than Emma, and probably double her weight for sure.
Amazing,
Look at that.
huh?
I'm
Isn't
sure
cobia the one that has the fin that sticks out of the water like a shark?
Yes. Yes,
wow,
it is.
that must have been pretty exciting for
It
her.
must have been exciting. I'm sure she had help. And
yeah.
Yes, but don't forget, right now, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge closed in both directions, so find alternate routes and stay tuned for more news coming up at 5.